Well, hello, my dear plannerettes. How are you? Are you good? I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so happy to be here. It is, here we go, 5:02 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And remember, just because you are regular, let me know as well, because we may have some new plannerettes joining us today. There goes the coffee going down the wrong path. So let me know. Let us see. We have Stephanie L. Claire is here. Niha. Hi, Niha. How are you? Thank you so much. And we have Stephanie saying hello to everybody. Hello, Angela. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Lots of love from India. Oh, thank you so much, Nia. I love that so much. Thank you. And Claire says, oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. I'll probably, well, no, actually, I have copyright. I'm okay to play that one, but I just want to make sure maybe my voice is not copyrighted to sing the song more than, I think, 10 seconds or whatever it is. And so we have my comments is, here we go. Elle is tuning in from New England. Excellent. And Claire, North Wales, Caernarfon. Oh, I hope I said that correctly. If not, do forgive me indeed. And of course, for those of you that are watching on replay, you can say hello too. I check the comment section as well, and I do reply in a very, very timely manner, unless I am on a different time zone to you. So for those of you who may not know, I am Mariane, and hopefully through my own planning, habit tracking, well-being, and a little bit of budgeting here and there, that you can get inspiration and ideas for your own planning. So don't just use your planner for your to-dos, your appointments, when the bills need to get paid. Use it as a form of self-care. Enjoy your planner, enjoy your stationery, and just use it as a me time, a time for you to enjoy it, have fun, make it pretty, make it colorful, and then that way it gives you that little bit of space and grace if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or you're anxious, or you're stressed. Gives you that space and that grace to then allow you to get back at doing the things that you are great at. So let's quickly, who else is here? Steph from LA, California. Claire says, close enough, better than most. Thank you. I will go and have a look at that and, do that Google pronunciation, and so make sure next time you are here that I am saying it a lot better. So look, we're going to get started. We are pretty much, let me just tell you, actually I was prepared. I started preparing for this over the weekend, and yesterday I was very, very, very angry. I was just crying. I don't know, everything was just setting me off. And so my poor family just, lots of bleep, 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 mum swearing. And I just felt, well, I won't go on today, but then I just know how much my community, having those people who surround you that are like-minded, that of course planning as a form of self-care and something I do enjoy doing, I know that that is going to get me out of that funk. So if you too, especially I guess this time of the year where, lots of pressure, maybe you're closing your work for the end of the year, you've got family gatherings, wherever you are in your journey during the holiday season, make sure you hang around with people that you enjoy their company and that you are doing something for yourself. So even though yesterday my mind was just swirling with lots of anger, lots of frustration, I knew, because I had it planned, right? Because I had it in my planner that I was going to do something that I know brings me joy, that I had a contingency plan. So this is why it is very, very important that whatever it is, whether it's planning or some other hobby that you enjoy, make sure you schedule it, you plan it, and then that way you have something to fall back on for when things do fall apart or things aren't going the right way. So I just wanted to let you know that this is such a great moment for me to just enjoy your company. So I appreciate you a lot for taking the time to be here with me live, and then of course for those of you that are tuning in a little bit later on replay. So want to start that off. Mwah. Okay, so big kisses for all of you. All right, so if you're ready, I am ready to get started. Start planning for 2025. You know, for me, what's the 20, where are we, 23, 22 more sleeps for me, because I am here in Sydney and it is 5 a.m. on a Monday morning. So if you're ready to get started with me, I would love for you to join me. Okay, so let us go. If you're feeling overwhelmed and not ready to tackle any type of goals for 2025, it is okay. We're going to shift our thinking today from something that I gotta do, I need to do because everybody else is doing it. I bought my 2025 planner, to something that we want to do. Okay, we want to ditch that pressure of having our planners ready for the new year. We're going to ditch the pressure of perfection, and we're going to have fun with planning. And that's what I want us to do today together, is to start small, and progress every time will beat perfection. So even if it's just one tiny little thing that you set for 2025, that is a great start. So if you're ready to make this year your a nice planning, stress-free and meaningful one step at a time, I hope you are ready to join me. So let us go. Okay, so I do appreciate that you are all here. So I'm not sure if, let me know in the chat right now who had the chance to read the blog article I wrote. And if you are a subscriber to my email newsletter, I sent that out last Friday or Saturday my time. Let me know, say yes or hands up if you read the blog about how you can start setting yourself up for success for 2025. So we want to make sure that we are going to make 2025 the best year yet. Okay, we're not going to put too much expectation, too high expectation on ourselves, because I don't know if you're like me, I set the bar so high at the beginning of the year, and then I just, probably by mid-January, end of January, beginning of February, if I drop the ball just one tiny little bit on a habit, I just sort of like go, well, there you go. I already stuffed up and it's not even the end of January yet. Okay, so we're going to make sure that it's going to be easy, it's going to be simple, and we're going to make it fun. Claire says, not just yet. Okay. That's all right. I think I have it in the, I don't know what I had put in the description. I think it's in there somewhere. Yes, it is in the description, so do check that out after the end of the live stream. So let's make 2025 our best year yet. Okay, so this is my A5 Filofax Norfolk planner. The ring of these are 38 millimeters, and I wanted to have this big size because for those of you who may not know, 2024 I was all over the place with my planner, and that's okay. I had some Hobonichi, the cousin, the original. I had the traveler's notebook in regular size in passport. I had A6 notebooks. I had personal size. I was all over the place. So I thought, you know what? I want to try and keep as much, not everything, as much as I can in one planner. So then that way it's handy to just pick off the the shelf, or I have a little caddy next to me, and then have it all here. So the first thing we're going to do before we do anything else, before we start planning for 2025, is take a look at 2024. So this may be scary for some of us who, may not have had a good 2024, and it's something that you may not want to, look back on. But for us to be able to move forward, we need to see how far we've come along. Even if you may think that it wasn't such a great year, that everything, lots of hardships, lots of pain, lots of sadness. Yes, they may be there, but then we need to also find those little golden nuggets where, the tiniest of little wins, because those are the things that will help fuel the momentum, that will get us to keep going. See the progress, even if it's a little bit, that we did make those steps, okay? So it is really important to reflect on the growth. So even if there were hard moments, hang on a tick. My throat always gets croaky, right? I have to do my voice warm-ups, right? So it's really important to see the growth, how far we've come along, and then that will help us set our goals going into the new year. So in here I have I'm going to remove the little so we can see it in full. All right, so I have in the blog, I have a freebie that you can print. So this 2024 that you can color in, and then you can do like lots of brain dumping and your reflections. And then also there is a freebie 2025 one. And then this is good because I'm not sure if you can see how it is dotted. So then if you one of these people like me that want to have your writing nice and straight, because without the guide sometimes my writing goes on a little bit of a slant like that, and then it does bug me. Even though I'm saying progress, not perfection, there's still, I'm working very hard at not being too perfect. So in the blog, if you are not an email subscriber to my newsletter, there is a sign-up form that you can just sign up. It's free. You get free printables sent out. You get a nice little welcome discount code if you want to get any of my printable download. But you have a 2024 as well as a 2025. And like I said, remember, we're going to make our planning fun. So you grab your markers and your favorite highlighters and your favorite gel pens, and you color it in. Okay, look at that. I love all the different rainbow colors. So these ones here, I used the Zebra mild liner highlighters. So one end is the chiseled tip, okay, and then the other end is the fine tip, and it's the fine tip that I use to color in the 2024, and then embellished it with some pretty little embellishments like this. And then I wrote out what things I need to write when it comes to reflecting on what happened in 2024. Okay, so now let me just double check that I've got all right, so 2024, and then of course in 2025 I did exactly the same thing. So what sort of things do you reflect or look back on when it comes to reflecting on the past year? So you can use this, you can print a printable if you have any spare blank pages in your current planner or your current journal. Use those and plan your reflections there and make it pretty and colorful. We don't want this to be like a to-do list. This is a time for us to look back and just have a look at the different things. So what sort of things do we look for or we want to write about when it comes to reflecting on 2024? What went well? Okay, we're going to look for the victories. We're going to look for the wins. And also, where did I struggle? So we have to be you know, have a look at the things that didn't go as well, the things that we may have missed the mark. It's not about being guilty or feeling like, oh, I didn't achieve the goals that I had set out at the beginning of 2024. It's just a way now. It's like a data point. Okay, if that didn't work that way, what can I do in 2025 that can make things a little bit different? So how do we look at what went well? You know what you do? Go through your photos. Okay, let me see. And right, so when you go on your phone, go through your photos, and down here you can look through all of the photos. You've got the months or the years, and then just scroll all the way back to January. And if you're like me, you might have a few more photos and videos on your phone, or exactly the same thing over and over again, but have a look through your photos. That's one of the places you can look at what happened in your in the months over the whole year. Another one you can do you have Facebook? Facebook is great because then you can look for memories. Okay, so if you go to Facebook, see how you got memories there. Okay, and then what you can do is you can actually probably on desktop, let me just quickly see if this is how you do it. So if you got memories, have a look at the archives. You might be able to go through, see all the different special moments. So let's have a look at this. Birthdays, milestones, your children, if you have kids, and how well they did at school, catching up with friends maybe. Okay, so Facebook is another great place for you to reflect and look back. So let me know, do you have Facebook? Do you have Instagram? Because if you have a personal Instagram as well, so this is Instagram here. If you go and click on your icon button, and then these three, they call it hamburger, the lines. And then you can go and look at archive. Okay, so archive, and if you shared anything in your stories, then you can look back. So that's another way. This is, of course, if you are present on Instagram or on Facebook. All right, so let me know. Is the comment, give me a thumbs up if the comment section is working. So I'm not sure if I'm seeing the comments come through, or you guys are just planning along with me and just really, really quiet. Okay, so let me just quickly check. No, looks like, all right, just give me a thumbs up. Make sure I'm not on my own here. Right, so, and then of course, another place you can look at when you are reflecting is your planner. Have a look, go through the pages and see what happened in 2024. So like I said, in the beginning of the year, I had a Hobonichi cousin. So flick through all the pages and have a look to see if there's anything that's outstanding that happened. So you look through the calendar, look through each and the weeks. Have a look at your daily pages, have a look at your habit tracker to make sure that it is, you to see how well you did on the habits and routines and goals you might have set for yourself. So have a look through your planner. And then the other planner that I had, of course, is my A5. So these are the great things you can go and use to help you reflect, because I don't know if you're like me, I can't even remember what happened last week, let alone the beginning of the year. So maybe you had a goal for the beginning of 2024 and you went, I was going to go and do some workout 2 to 3 times a week, and then you were hitting those goals. Write them down. All right, so those are the things to reflect on. You've got your planner, you've got your photos on your phone. If you're on Facebook, you've got memories there. If you're on Instagram, you've got your archives, so many other places. And of course, if you journal as well, if you journal your day and you have memory keeping, if you have a journal, those are great places to go and you know, reflect back on 2024. So then what you do is you can just go and do brain dump it down. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. So what went well? So let's do some examples for myself. I'm going to use my Kuretake Zig Clean Color Dot marker, and then we've got that. So you know what? My son, Josh, did really well at school. He did well in year 11, and he is a we call it prefect or a school counselor. So became school prefect. He also, another one is he also won a Young Creators Award for his film, Young Creators Award. All right, and then the other one is my son, Zach. All right, so the youngest son, who's 15, turning 16 in 7 days, he did really well at his homeschooling. He has managed to, his development in managing and controlling his emotions, he has done such wonders this year, and he's able to articulate a lot better how he's feeling, that he needs a break, that he's having a hard time trying to figure out what the school lessons are. So Zach did well with his emotional regulation. So see how when you start reflecting back, and if you did have a little bit of a hard time in 2024, looking for things that went well gives you that motivation and that reward that, hey, it wasn't all maybe as bad. All right. And then another one is, you know, my husband and I, so my husband's Edward and I, on the same page when it comes to, you know, our family. When it comes to our family, we weren't as stressed out because we pretty much said to ourselves, look, if things are going to go wrong, they will. And when they do, we'll handle it when that happens. So, because, you know, instead of worrying about it, oh, what if this happens, what if that happens, we'll worry it when it does come up. So rather than worrying about it twice, when you're anxious about it the first time, and then if and when it does happen, you know, what if it doesn't, okay? And then, of course, another one is here on YouTube and on Instagram. You know, I think I showed up fairly consistently, you know, apart from I think a month earlier in November where I stopped live streaming. So, you know, I live streamed a lot. Right, live streamed a lot this year and have gotten to know lots of Plannerettes community members that have joined me in this journey of mine of trying to work through my own anxiety, my own overwhelm, and my own self-doubt and limiting beliefs. And that through me sharing the path that I'm going through, that I have made some of you feel that you are not alone in this, that you're not the only one, and that, you know, I think that I resonated with a lot of you and have made some really lifelong friends through, you know, this camera from on the other side of the world. So I really do appreciate that a lot. Okay, so those are the things. Live streamed a lot, and then, you know, so it's just bullet points. It doesn't have to be well, if you want to use more than one page, of course you've got the other side as well, or if you've got your planner or any planner pages, you can then have a look through that. So what went well? And then the other thing is, where did I struggle? So for me, even with my own planning, even with my own self-care routine, even with my own mindfulness activity, self-doubt still crept in quite a lot. And why? Because I had lots of practice For 30 years, I, doubted my ability for a long time. I compared myself to other people. I'm scared that I may be found out, that I don't know what I'm doing. I have so much practice doing that for, most of my adult life, even probably in my, late teens. So I'm going to give myself that little bit of grace to just say, you know what? It's now a different routine, a different habit to then be positive, change those negative thoughts into positive affirmations. So still had lots of self-doubt, okay? Still a little bit anxious for some parts of 2024, not all of it, okay? And the other thing is, financial wise, because doing content creation full time, you don't get that regular income. So that puts a lot of pressure onto the family dynamics. It's like, okay, we are fortunate enough that we have had, savings and sinking funds and putting ourselves in that financial well-being, but still, still that financial pressure of trying to, make a good go of content creation. So those are the things that went well and where I struggled. So do let me know, what one thing that you can think of right now went well for you in 2024. Share it in the chat right now, or of course if you are watching on replay, type it in. Let's celebrate your wins as well. So it's really important, because if you say it out loud, if you write down the things that went well, you retain that information. And then what happens is, when you start to spot what went well, the victories, is now you're focusing more on it, so then you're going to spot it a lot more. So that is why writing things down, it is so important. That's why the act of writing from your head, pen to paper, gives you that ability to retain the information more, and when this happens is you spot it more. So those are the prompts when you are reflecting on 2024. Let me quickly have a look. Okay, so what went well? What did I struggle with? What joy did you have in the year? And what habits were you hitting the goals with? So have a nice quiet time with your cuppa, your favorite beverage, and reflect back. And what you can even do is then print some of those photos, those memory photos, and have you can print on just a copy paper and just have small size, cut it out, glue it, put washi tapes, make it really colorful, because this is an enjoyable moment, and this is also a great time for you to have some self-care. All right, so what do we think? Is that something you guys can do? Let me know how it is. I'm on, make sure that I am still I'm still on. I think I am still on. Okay. All right, so then 2025. All right, so these things here I just wrote down. I wrote them down. Let me just quickly, again, with the zebra mild lighter. Oh, thank you, Elle. Like your festive hat today. Yes. Yeah, I was thinking, I bet you I'm going to start sweating underneath here, but I made sure I put the air conditioner on. All right, so with this, just grab whatever marker you have and just what went well. What went well? And for me, because you know me, I love color, I just use different colors, different color combos, and then just grab your pen and then just outline the edge of each of those letters to make it pop on the page. And this act of tracing around each letter is a great mindfulness activity because you have to concentrate, make sure you are, tracing around each letter, and it gives you a moment to slow down, pause a little bit, not worry about the past, not worry about the future, and just enjoy a little bit of moment. And what you can do as well is slow down your breathing. That way, it is telling your nervous system that, hey, everything is okay, there is no threat, things are going to be good. All right, so that's what I just did with that one. Okay, what went well? Where did I struggle? Okay, and the same thing with the priorities. Now, if you are one of these people that go, oh, Marianne, my writing is not as, you can do it. Honestly, just use your own writing. You don't even have to make it fancy, but just when you do it with color and then you trace it with the black pen, it just makes it look like a beautiful font on your page. So do not be afraid. This is your year to get creative and have fun. But if you did, go, I don't know, that I do have printable download that you can purchase from the shop where you can just, all you need to do is color it in. So what went well, where did I struggle, and then the priorities. Okay, so there we go. So if you didn't want to use your own writing, and let me see if this works. Let me see. Oh, yes, it did. Woohoo. All right. So then you can put in the chat the link to these printable download that you can purchase, but you don't have to because remember I made you some freebies. So this one, what went well, 2024, where did I struggle? Put some washi tapes on the edges. Let's have a look. So a really good way to make it pop is see how we are making it fun. Sometimes these things can, we can dread it and we just go, you go, I really don't want to look back on 2024 because it wasn't the best of years. So what you can do is before you hole punch your pages, you can go and use your washi tapes and create a nice pretty border around it. And then you can hole punch and you can do the same on the other side. And see, just that simple act of putting a washi tape on the edge, you can put it here, you can put it there, just makes it colorful. So if you have lots of washi tapes and you purchased a lot like I have, then, but yet still buy more and more and more and run out of storage, this is a good way for you to use up your washi tapes. All right, so, and then the next thing is, now we're going to look at 2025. All right, so the next thing we need to do to get ready for 2025, keeping it simple, making it fun, is to now define what your priorities are for 2025. Now, don't get too overwhelmed here. Just have a think of 1, 2, or 3 priorities, or if there's some priorities that you want to continue into 2025 from 2024, maybe you can do 3 to 5 key areas that maybe focus on your health, focus in your career, focus on relationships with family, with friends, or maybe look at your finance for 2025, okay? So really important, don't overwhelm yourself with too many things because then that's the last thing we want is to overwhelm you, okay? So what priorities are you going to have for 2025? Okay, so again, use your planner pages. So for me, the first one is my, health, my physical well-being. So what I want to do is I want to, working out. So work out and let's have a look. Plus be healthy. Okay, so I am turning 50 in 10 days time. And so things start to creak and things start to suddenly not work as, as well as they used to, or I don't bounce back as fast and as quickly as I did in my 20s, 30s, or even in my 40s. So my eyesight is going. I can feel the bones, creaking every time I get up from the couch. So for sure, one of the things that I need to prioritize in and continue into the new year is working out and looking after my health. So I do have my blood pressure recently is a little bit high, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I'm going to have to get blood tests. I booked in my mammogram. I'm going to have the pap smear, and then when here in Australia, when you turn 50, you get a letter from the government, a bag that does bowel cancer tests. So all these different things all will pile up because I'll be turning 50. So really, really important. So work and health. The other priority is my family, as in, because my older one is 17 and a half. He'll be 18 in July next year. So who knows, whether, right now he's spending a lot of time with his friends. So I want to make sure we spend quality time together. So actually on Friday, my oldest son and I had a lunch and movie date. We watched Wicked, so I want to do more of those. So family, connecting with my mum and dad. They live about an hour and a half drive away, making sure I connect with my brother. I have a younger brother who's 4 years younger, and my sister-in-law and my niece and nephew, my aunties and uncles and cousins. I really want to make sure, because like I said at the beginning of this live stream, how important connection and our community is. And our community can have our own blood relatives, our friends, some of our colleagues who we hang out with more than we do our own family. So making sure we nurture those. So family for me is a top priority. And then of course the other one is my career, which is this content creation here on Instagram, here on Facebook. See, I can't write and talk at the same time. Here on YouTube, as well as Instagram, on Facebook, on Pinterest, and of course offering different products to my followers and those that who resonate with me. So that is another important thing. Hey, Tammy! Tammy's birthday is January 2nd, and she will be 65. Well, Tammy, this is to us. Yay! Happy birthday to us. Capricorns, goats, stubborn things we are, aren't we? Well done. So again, for Tammy and I, a big happy birthday to us in a few days' time. Wonderful. All right, so I'm going to keep it to the 3, so then if you two are even struggling to find, a top priority, have a think. So one of the ways that I want to look at the priorities I have is to look at what's called the Wheel of Life. So this is based on Zig Ziglar's methodology of trying to balance things out in 7 key areas of your life. So this includes mental, physical, spiritual, family, financial, career, and social. So if you are overwhelmed, having to think of what priority you're going to concentrate or focus on in 2025, think of one. Let's keep it simple for today and just think of one priority that you will focus on in 2025. Now for me, I don't try and think of the whole year 2025. I actually like to plan on a month-to-month basis. However, I do have that overarching goal, like that, okay, I know my workout and my physical well-being, I need to go and focus and prioritize that. And I know family and making sure I connect with them is another focus. And then, of course, you know, making a big go at this content creation thing in 2025 and having a plan rather than just, you know, being very ad hoc with my, you know, what I go and share with you plannerettes, right? So I have a goal. So we have that goal in mind, but then what we need to do is we now need to look at what steps do we need to do every day, every second day, every week, however the consistency you want for us to get there. We have the goal, and then we actually have to sort of forget it a little bit, because now what we're going to do, what steps do I need to take each and every day to get me closer to that goal? So if, let's say, yours too is health and working out and your physical well-being, so that's the physical part, all right, have that goal, write it down, pop it in your top priority, that it's just, you know what, I'm already overwhelmed, I don't want to put any more on my plate, but I'm just going to have work and health, working out and keep being healthy. Okay, or I'm going to, you know, connect with my family more and nurture my connections with my loved ones. Or, you know, I want to go for that role at work and get the promotion or get the bonus. So I'm going to prioritize career. It doesn't mean it's the only thing that you are going to work on, but it's one of your top key goals. You know, they talk about this in the corporate world, you know. So you want to climb that corporate ladder. But what if you prop your ladder on the wrong wall? You might be climbing the wrong wall. So that's why it's important to have that priority, have that goal. So then that way you know exactly what steps to take to get there. And the First Lady of Biz is also turning 40, always has a birthday as well. Ooh, we have lots of January babies. I love it. I love it. Happy birthday to you, to the First Lady of Biz. I love that. See, we're all, Tabby says, yes, we are stubborn. Are we not? That's probably where my frustration and anger came from yesterday, and a lot of lots of screaming. My poor neighbors are probably going, what's wrong with that lady? She's just swearing and screaming a lot. All right, so really, really important that don't have too many priorities and don't have too many goals, because then you'll be juggling too many balls in the air, and then you wonder why you couldn't stick with, you know, with it for the first month of the year. All right, so let me know in the live chat right now, what is your top priority for 2025? Share them in the chat, and of course, if you are watching on replay, what is it that maybe you're bringing from 2024 and continuing into 2025? What is it that you are going to prioritize in the new year? So let me know in the chat. I'll go and check that out after, the next break. And also, of course, if you are watching on replay, let me know too. And then if we have the same priority, each week when we come back for the Plan With Me live stream, we can, encourage each other how we're going. So let me know in the chat, what is your top priority moving into 2025. All right, so the next bit that we are going to look at, so let's just quickly have a look. Okay, so we have our goal in mind. Okay, so we've got to go that way. So it's like as if you're going to, am I going left or am I going right? So think of that as your goal. So it's like, which path am I taking? which priority am I going to walk down, my goal or my target. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to break the steps we need to take each and every day to get us closer to that priority, to that goal. Can you see how now we've just reflected back on 2024, what went well? Because knowing what went well, we'll carry that over into the new year. What did I struggle with? What you struggled with will give you data points of, you know what, this didn't work. Or I tried it this way and I wasn't as successful. So for the example I'm going to use today is my workout. Right, so I know I got to work out to not just so much, at first it was so then I'd be skinny. That goal for me is, not viable because, okay, well, what do I do once I get skinny? Does that mean I stop working out? Right, so now it's just making sure that I am looking after myself physically, be conscious of the food that I eat. So I don't eat a lot, but I know that I do eat quite a bit of, those popsicle or isopol or, the bag of chips and the chocolate. So it's not that I can't have them. It's just I've got to make sure that I'm consciously making an effort that it's not the only thing I eat, or when I'm feeling anxious or overwhelmed that I eat that, and then don't add any type of movement. All right, so we're going to break our goals into actionable steps. So this is how we would do it. So who here has heard SMART goals? So SMART goals. I'm going to see if I can have a look at what I can do here. All right. So SMART goals. I'm going to be fancy here for a second and use the board or the screen to write down. So we have SMART, right? SMART goals. All right, so this acronym stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound or time sensitive. So let me know, hands up, who has heard SMART goals. So S-M-A-R-T when it comes to, your goals and breaking them down into being specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound goals. Okay? So specific, so we need to be, instead of just going, I need to work out. Okay? When? Okay? So you had to be specific. Let me just let's do this one. Okay, let's do red. Red. Okay. All right, so when are you going to work out? What workout are you going to do? So walking, is it strength training? Is it those HIIT, high intensity interval training? Okay. How are you going to work out? Is it walking around the park, going to a gym? Okay, make sure your goals are specific, because if they're vague, then you won't know, what you're supposed to do. Okay, so when, what, how, and even maybe who. Can you have an accountability partner that you can go to work out with? Okay, now the next thing is, okay, so for me, my example, specific, I'm going to walk. One of the things that I'm going to add into my regular routines, daily or weekly routine, is I'm going to walk on my walking pad. I'll purchased a walking pad for 10 minutes a day. Okay, so that's the what, the how, when. I'm going to do it in the morning, right after I've done some of my reading, because I also have, the mental goal is read a bit more or learn some new things to keep my mind, the brain elastic and always learning. And, with old age, that they say it's really important that you use it or you lose it. Okay, so these things can help our brain, so then that way we can do it. All right, so measurable. Yes, 10 minutes. I can measure that. When am I going to do it? 3 to 5 times a week. So, let's have a look. This one. Okay, so 10 minutes. 3 to 5 times per week. Okay, all right, so it's measurable. Is it attainable? Can I do this? Yes, I can walk each day or 3 to 5 times a week for 10 minutes on my walking pad. Yes, it is attainable, right? Also, make sure that attainable, that it is your goal, that it's not someone else's goal, that someone is telling you, you need to work out, you need to lose weight. No, because if it's someone else's goal, it's not going to motivate you. It's not for you, it's not something you want to do. It's you being forced to do it. Okay, so make sure it is attainable. It's your goal. And is it realistic? Okay, so if I say I'm going to work out that's probably two. Let's go, we'll go back to one. Okay, let's say if I do, 2 to 3 hours of strength training, 50 kilogram dumbbells or weights, that's not realistic. Or maybe if I want to go and lose 15 kilos in the next month, that's not attainable either. All right, so it's not realistic. So really, really important. Let me just grab all of this for a second. I'm just going to move that out of the way. Okay, time bound. So when am I going to do it? In the morning. In the morning. Okay, so if you do have a goal of maybe getting a promotion, right? So or you want to get into the next level or role, be specific on the time that it'll take you. So maybe you've got to go and do some courses. So it might take 6 to 12 months. So then that way you're not going, oh, I didn't get that promotion that I wanted, and you only decided 3 weeks ago. Okay, so give yourself a time limit or a time bound that in 6 to 12 months, I'm going to go for the assistant manager role, or I'm going to go for that HR role, or I'm going to do my certification. Okay, so when you are breaking down your goals for the top priorities that you have set for yourself, make sure that it is specific. So we talked about when, what, how, right? Measurable. How many times a week are you going to do it? For how long? It's attainable. It's something that is your goal. It's realistic. Okay, so then that it's, you're not trying to go and be the CEO of Google, if that's your career goal, and make sure that it is time bound. So let me know, what do you think? Is this something that when you are going to have to think about these steps to take each and every day to get to your goal, to make sure it is your part of your top priority, are you able to have a think and break down those habits into SMART goals? Let me know if this is something that you can do. All right. The First Lady of Biz, so let me just clear this one. The First Lady of Biz priority is self-improvement across all areas of my life. I love that, having the balance and making sure you're not neglecting any specific, key areas. Thank you so much, First Lady of Biz. And of course, she says, thank you to Tammy. Happy birthday to both of you as well. Okay, so really, really important that when we are looking at our goals for 2025, what our top priorities are, that we are breaking it into actionable steps. SMART steps: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. All right, there is another acronym for how to create goals. Let me just quickly, briefly show you. This one is based on Ali Abdal's, he's a YouTuber, and this one is called nice goals. Okay, so near term, so something that's instead of, you know, in 2025, you can go in the next month or in the next year. So that's relates to that time bound. And then input based, so I is input based, so you are not concentrating on the outcome. So let's say if you are wanting to be healthy, you're not looking at, you know, losing the 5 kilograms or the 10 kilograms or fitting into your jeans, because that's the outcome of your actions. So input based is, what do I need to do? So input, what am I doing daily to get me to that goal? So, you know, that's that 10-minute walk. 10. Come on. All right. 10-minute walk. Okay, 10-minute. Oh, so now it goes 10 minutes walking. All right. Get outside. Doing strength training. So what are the input? What are the things I am doing to get to my goal? So breaking it down. C is it controllable? Is it something you can do? Is it something that is within your power to be able to do? If you go, oh, I have to run, you know, 10 kilometers every day, it's not something you can control. And I like this last one, is energy based. Do something that gives you energy, that brings you joy. Make it fun. Add play into your goals, right? So if it's catching up or having, let's say, you know, dates with your partner, you know, make it fun. What fun thing can we do next month? So have something that is fun, joyful, and it's bringing you a lot of energy rather than, oh, you know, sapping your energy. So that's another way to break down your goal, is the nice goals. Near term, input based, it's something you can control and it gives you lots of energy. So very, very good. Okay, so let me just go back to here. Okay. So Tammy says goal is to... I think I'm up, yeah. Slowing down, having more family time, and not put so much pressure on myself. I'm worst critic. Yes, we are our worst critics a lot of times. And so really important, very, very good. I missed that little one. So break it into actionable steps. So you can either look at having sort of like a goals tracker. So this is the wheel of life. So if you do check the description, I have printable downloads that you can go and print. It has January goals, I have February, and I think I do have a 2025 if you want to have a look at your goals for the whole of 2025. Okay, so do let me know, are you getting value from today's live stream or from this video? If so, make sure to hit that like button. I appreciate it so much. That also tells YouTube that you are enjoying this, and of course we'll send it out to other like-minded planners like us, and then it helps my channel, and then that'll help me get to one of my top priorities of making sure I have financial security. So you are also helping me a lot. So really important. Yes, thank you for that like. I appreciate it a lot. Really, really important, because you know, as much as of course I love coming on here and enjoying community and enjoying the engagement, I also have to think that, you know, how this is going to help my family financially. And your likes and your shares and subscribing does go a long way, and that is something I truly, truly appreciate. So let's have a look. Okay, so where were we? So, okay. So we now have our wheel of life. Okay, we've done a lot already so far, and you don't have to all do this in one sitting. Break it down. And here's the thing, you do not have to be ready and have this all sorted by, you know, December 31st. Take your time, because the last thing we want is to put more pressure on ourselves and overwhelm. We are making it fun, remember. That's why we are making it colourful. We're going to add washi tapes. We're going to add stickers. We're going to take our time. If you can only think of one thing that went well for 2024, write that down, because you know why? You can always come back to it. Right? Your top priorities. I can't think of, I'm so busy at the moment, Marianne. I don't have, time. I've got family gatherings. I've got Christmas, for us who are having birthdays. Have this ready. Have the page ready, because just the act of coloring in the page like this and writing down the headings, guess what you're doing? You're taking time for yourself. You're being mindful, right? That in itself is a priority. Because why? Because it's something you are doing for yourself. All right, so even just coloring the pages and not even filling any of it out, go use a pencil if you're not ready to dedicate yet what priority you have, or just write it down. Because you know why? You can change your mind. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't have to mean that that's the top of the list. It's just your brain dumping it, getting it out of your head on paper. You see it and you go, you know what? For the moment, I'm going to concentrate on my family. So I'm going to have to catch up with some of my family and friends in the new year. Okay? You can swap it around because you have your planner pages ready. You can change it. You can go and print another page. If you have a ring planner like I do, you can print page and then tape it to your planner, or just sandwich it in between the pages. Nothing that you write down is concrete. You can always change your mind. So have you got your planner pages ready for the new year? Have you got your 2025 planner bought and purchased? Just having something handy. If not, if you haven't made up your mind, just having your January calendar. So of course you can write down, all the, I'll take this out of the way. Okay, so then you can start to write down important things like birthdays, your 50th birthday, your 40th birthday, your 65th birthday, right? Having it written down. So have your planner pages ready. You have your calendar, have your first week, of January at least ready. And again, pencil is your friend. So this one is I think this is it zebra? So this is 4 pens in one. So you got black, red, green and blue. And then the little clip, that's actually a mechanical pencil. So I do have this in my Amazon storefront under pens, markers and highlighters. Okay, so then pencil it. Then you can erase it, or you can use erasable pens. I've got these Pilot friction pens that you can write down. And then if you change your mind, right, you just go and use the rubber tip and just erase it. And it's gone. Look, where? Up there. Okay, so you can always change your mind. Look, sometimes what I do is I make a mistake, and the progress over perfection works most time, but sometimes if I just don't like it, I print a new page and just glue the pages together. Or I'll get my washi tape and just cover it. Or I will get my correction tape and just cover it. Just have something ready to plan ahead, even if it's just for the week. So this one here is my planner bundle, and this one is the blank version. So as you can see, there is no date, so you can print any time of the year. So I've already got my January habits, and so here you can label whatever pages you want this to be. Okay, so my weekly pages and everything else. So have this one is the V4 blank planner bundle printable. So having your planner ready for the new year is really, really important. Then that way, you can start having those self-care time to embellish it. So use highlighters. use markers, use dot markers, right? If you enjoy stationery like me, and there is no age barrier. There is nothing that says you cannot enjoy colourful pens, colourful markers, stickers, washi tapes, right? There's no age limit. Use it to make it fun for you. And, you know, things like creating Christmas bauble doodles, creating fun. Let me just remove this one here. Okay, making fun letterings, using washi tapes, using stickers. For me, this might be cluttered for some people. It's like, oh, it's just blah, too much color, too much sticker. But whatever is aesthetically pleasing to your eyes, do that. If you're just a minimalist and you just love one neutral color, fantastic. And you want your one pen, fantastic. For me, I tried, I don't have it around anymore. I tried where I just did my list, you know, one color, and it was the pen, and I wasn't using that planner because I needed something where I can add stickers, I can add washi tapes, I can add the colorful markers. You know, I can, like here, mammogram has been booked. I need to check my cleaning list because my cleaning list hasn't been, I am, you know, positive affirmations. Make your planning fun, so it'll inspire you to be productive. It'll inspire you to achieve the habits that you have set for yourself, to get you to the priorities that you said is important and that matters to you. Whatever fun is, whatever play is for you, add more of those into your planning. Don't just make it like as if, well, what will people say? Really? You know, if they say, they might actually go, oh my God, that looks so pretty. I remember the first time I shared my bullet journal back in 2017, you know, and I worked at a sales, right? So, and, you know, a lot of sales account managers, and I showed them my bullet journal with stickers and colorful markers like this. They loved it, right? Because, oh my God, and they were sharing, look at this, right? Because people love pretty things. They love things that give them joy. And then they go, you know, so if you do have anybody that's going to go, aren't you a little bit too old for washi tapes and stickers and colorful markers? Because no, because I am young at heart and this brings me joy. And, you know, this allows me to look forward to something, okay? So really, really important that you bring in the fun and you bring in the joy, because that will help you, inspire you. And the more you like your planner pages, the more you will open it up and the more you will use it. And you using it more is, guess what? More me time for you. I love that. Let's have a look. I saw someone in the chat. Hello, Yvonne. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm putting together... You have a new desk. Wasn't it you last time? Because you're going to create a new... Oh, that is so... Is it a stand-up desk? I want a stand-up desk. That's something that I really want. But I think I like the way it is, because my floor here on our apartment, it's not even. And, you know, my desk does wobble a bit. So I don't know if the stand-up desk will be good with all my equipment as well. How fun. I love your calendar page. Thank you. So, yeah, so really... you know, with the calendar, I've got my to-do list there. Okay, so December, you know, add your stickers. This one, I think I just I hand wrote that, so I highlighted it and then just created this little bunting frame. Use stickers to make it colorful, highlight all the different things that's coming up, color code it, and then just really make it fun and make it enjoyable, because having your planner updated doesn't have to be, you know, as you can see, I plan on a week-to-week basis, all right, because I know I enjoy it. It's see, I haven't planned, well, this is today. I haven't planned it yet because it's my me time. This is all my daily pages for this week, okay? So, doesn't have to be all ready at the right time. Enjoy it. enjoy the process. Okay, so really, really important. So these planner inserts, you got the blank planner pages. You have the 2024, 2025, the ones that has pre-written Wheel of Life. You can find it at my shop at marianecresp.com. There's the QR code over there, okay? So, but the link is in the description. So I do have printables for A5, Happy Planner Classic Letter, although I am going to streamline my printables to maybe just A5, but that they can be printed on other, for other planner size, because at the moment it's just it's overwhelming me, and not that it costs me any more to have many planners, but I think, how when you go to a shop and you have too many choices that you don't make any choice at all. Sometimes I think my collections is just a little bit too much, so I may streamline them so it's just the one set of PDFs that you can print for other planner sizes as well. Okay, so let me know if in the chat if you already have your 2025 planner, or at least you have it printed out, or it's going to be handy. So then that way, where's this one go? This one is my calendar. Where is my calendar? So these clear divided tabs, you know what these are? These are clear document envelopes. So they, the document is sealed on these three sides, and then you put your A4 pages in there. So I cut it to size of my A5, added a little bit of lip, for the tab, and then just cut out the excess. And so these are made from clear document envelopes. I do have, I'll make sure I'll pop a link in the description as well, so at the top, where you can create your own clear divided tabs using laminated sheet as well. No, it's not a stand-up desk. Yeah, so mine are all the IKEA desk. I have like 1, 2, 3, I've got 4, 5, 6 IKEA. I love IKEA. 6 desks, because when I used to sew dolls, I had lots of different tables for my sewing machine, my cutting machine, and my pinning table. So I have lots of IKEA that are now probably 20 years old. And then this here, this is an IKEA desk, but this is a vinyl roll, those vinyl adhesive. So this is not real wood. This is a vinyl adhesive that I just placed all over my different desks, because there's lots of scratches, lots of stain. So all I got to do, if I stain this again, is just take it off, peel it off, and then reline it with vinyl adhesive, and then you can get different. I think I have marble print, and then I've got this wooden one. So yeah, so these are just vinyl adhesive. So if you ever have any old desks, and maybe you can't paint it, or you can't sand it back and paint it, and you just want to have a pretty top to it, and vinyl adhesive is your friend. Really, really important. Neha says, I am a watercolor artist, so this year I'm planning to add watercolor to my journal by printing few layouts on watercolor paper. Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, are you on Instagram or are you on YouTube, Neha? Let us know. You share it in the chat, and then we can check you out, because I want to start watercoloring too. I have lots of watercolor, but I'm always too scared. So I want to try. That is one of that's one of the things I'm going to put in my priority. Thank you, Neha, for reminding me. Is to, let me just take this off, is to be, what color? Be more, I'm going to use different colors, see? I like to make sure I am, be more creative. I love that. Thank you for reminding me, because yes, I want to do more art stuff, craft things, and so, because I know why, it's something I enjoy. because it is for my well-being and for my mindfulness. It is something that I know brings me joy. And being creative or having a project gives you a clear start and finish to your creativeness, and that helps a lot with being mindful. Because remember, what mindfulness is, focusing on the present moment and doing art stuff, crafty stuff, sewing stuff, anything of that nature will help you focus. All right, so I love that. Thank you for letting me know about that. Yvonne says the desk is IKEA as well. Yes, I love it. So is it the long one? Once I have the 100 with centimeters, and then I have the 120. I think this is the 120. I love it. Tammy says, I have your printable but haven't printed out 2025 yet. Wrapping Christmas presents for days, but thankful I could buy them. Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. And again, you can just print, one page at a time, and so that way I always get runny nose when the econ is on. So really important. So that's good. All right, so December, let me have a look at the calendar. Yvonne wants to see your calendar page again, please. Oh, I popped that on the wrong page. Okay, December, there we go. So what I do is I just like to, because I know Yvonne asked for the video on how I create different hand lettering. So there's 5 different hand lettering styles, and this is one of them. And so I just use my marker. I added washi tape, so these are 2 washi tapes because there is such a big space and I wanted to be able to layer washi tapes. And then this one here, so all I did is I'm going to, let me have a look, let me get a page. So with my headings, all it is okay, so whatever the width of the columns, okay. And again, depending on the thickness of your paper, if you have thin paper, do note that it might bleed or ghost on the other side. This is a 160 GSM paper, and so then I just put Monday and just creating a bunting, and see how it's not even like around the thing. That's the beauty of it, is you can make it look very rustic. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so see how you are adding fun and joy. So these are just markers and your pen, so you can use different colored pens. All right, so that's for your days of the week. And then if you don't have stickers but you have markers, you can just go and create little circles for your dates of the month. Okay, just pick colorful markers, or you can pick one color for the whole week. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might want to pick lighter colors or a thicker, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then there's that one. So yeah, there you go, Tammy. Let me just pop it there again, so you can pause that when you're planning. See, I haven't planned January's yet. That's a fun thing we can do together next planner live stream that we have. I should put that on my desk to protect it, or depending on, enjoy. Sometimes if it's a white desktop, enjoy that for the moment, and then yeah, you can go and use a vinyl, or you can get like a nice paper or cardboard for your desk if you want to go and protect it. But yeah, so I know with this it has lots of scuffs and marks and scratches underneath the vinyl, and then I can just, the great thing is now I can go and change it anytime I want. If I want like a marble look, or I want a wooden, wooden slat looks, I can just change it, and it's just a matter of going and finding the ones that stick. So, all right, now let's quickly have a look. So, really important when we are creating the daily actionable habits and routines for ourselves, that it is healthy habits. So a healthy habit means it is things that bring you joy. It is things that does not deplete your energy. It is things that is going to move you closer towards your goals. All right, so when we say we have the priorities for 2025, well, let's have a look. Sorry. Okay, now remember, this is a freebie. This one is a freebie, and then I just added the headings and then the numbers on the side there. Okay, so when it comes to building healthy habits, make sure that you are the top priority. Okay, you need to look after yourself. You are no good to anybody if you are not well mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So make sure you are adding habits and routines into your day, into your week, that look after you, that is healthy for you. If you are maybe one of your priorities is hanging out more with people, connecting. For a lot of us coming out of the lockdowns and the pandemic, building that habit of connecting with others outside our home is a new habit we might have to reestablish. But make sure that you are hanging out with people that you care about, that it doesn't put you down. So you don't have to hang out with people you do not enjoy, because guess what? It is not healthy. If you have any of those so-called friends or connections or acquaintances that have those snarky remarks, you do not have to include them in your life. You have the choice. And then if they go, oh, why isn't she hanging around us? Because you are toxic, lady, or you are, So just make sure the habits that you create are healthy for you, that will bring you joy, that will empower you to and motivate you to keep going with the simple daily activities and actionable steps that get you closer to your top priority. The 2025 is there as a heading, but it could just be my top priority for next week. If this is too much, I don't even know what's going to be happening in January. If that's too much, the top priority could be, what's my top priority next week? What's my top priority in the next couple of days? See how by bringing it back, keeping it simple, not overwhelming yourself, is going to be a healthy habit, right? Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because believe me, I have done that so many, many times that I've just gone, why am I doing this to myself? It's like, I don't have to do everything that someone else is doing. I don't have to do what someone on Instagram or YouTube. I can get inspiration from them and get ideas, but their life is different to mine. Hang on. Their life is different to mine. Their circumstances is different to mine. So I cannot put the same actions, habits that they have. I can get inspiration from it. Okay, so that is why when you are looking at what things do I need to do for myself. Now this is a lot. This is only a lot because I use the things that I already do as a starting point or a jumping point, or what they call habit stacking. So let's say, for example, you want to, take breaks more or be mindful. While you're making coffee, okay, when I'm making coffee, I'm going to take a minute to just take 5 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Because what that does, it helps slow down your heart rate. It tells your brain that, hey, there's nothing to worry about, everything's okay. Or while I'm making my coffee, I'm going to drink my water. So when it comes to your habits and writing them down, don't have as much as me and go, oh my God, that's too much, because you know what's going to happen? You won't do all of it. So if your priority is the working out, okay, where did I put my priority? If your one of your priorities is working out, okay, you can go and put drink water, okay? So drink water, okay? Go for a walk, okay? Do 5 to 10 minutes of workout. Okay, so see how this is called habit stacking. You're stacking habits on top of the other. Or the other thing is while you're brushing your teeth, okay, so that's something that you already do repetitively. Okay, you can stack a habit of, you know, thinking positive thought. All right, so while you're brushing your teeth, you could go, Marianne, you got this today. You can do it. And if you can't, you'll figure it out, right? If something goes wrong, you'll figure it out. So stack your habits and make sure they are healthy, all right? So this one's a habit tracker. Again, you can grab this from my shop. I think this one was here, habit tracker. Okay, building healthy habits is very, very important. And just start out with 1, 2, don't overwhelm yourself. And again, when I talk about, you know, top priorities, 1, 2, it's not the only thing you're going to do in your day. It's not the only thing that you're going to do in your week. It's not the only thing, but it's the top thing that if nothing else gets done, but you looking after your well-being, your health, your physical, you know, making sure you're getting all the training to get that promotion at work or to get that bonus or get that reward. Have 1 habit per month that you can track. Remember, SMART goals or NICE goals that is specific and you can track. And then what that's going to do is it's going to, when you are tracking it and you are hitting those marks, because they're easy, they're simple, they're not complicated, they're not like too overwhelming, you'll have more wins than not. Doesn't mean you have to do everything 100%, right? But you'll start to go, oh, I missed a day. Maybe I'll go and make sure I do my meditation. So your habits are really important that you are building. So let me know in the chat, or if you are watching on replay, what are your habit ideas? What's one simple habit you can add or maintain or keep going for the new year? Let me know. What's one healthy habit? Healthy doesn't mean just physical or nutrition. Health is mind, your emotions, your spirituality, your physical well-being, financial health, okay, social health, that you're connecting with friends and loved ones. Let me know in the chat. All right, so we have done a lot today. We are going to make 2025, or at least the beginning of 2025 after the holiday season, the best yet. Because why? We're going to take it easy. We're not going to put too much pressure on ourselves. We're not going to overwhelm ourselves trying to have the word of the year, when, you know, what I'm going to achieve by the end of 2025. Because I think, well, I know it's over 50% of the habits and goals that we set ourselves for the new year, a lot of us drop it or don't achieve it by the beginning of February. So we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to set too much expectation on ourselves. We're just going to make sure, put ourselves on top of that list as one of the top priorities, that we are creating healthy habits for ourselves. All right, so staying consistent does not mean being perfect, does not mean being 100%, doesn't mean that you have to do everything every single day for you to be success, for it to be a win. It's about creating habits that you can maintain. Consistency could be 2 to 3 times a week, 1 to 2 times a week, 3 to 5. Have that range, so then when your energy level isn't as high, it is still a win if you happen to achieve one of, you happen to action your goal only once that week. Give yourself a range and give yourself 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 10 pages to read, having mindfulness or meditation or breathing for 1 minute. Okay, keep it very simple and celebrate your progress. And that's why habit tracker is so important, because you can visually see. So I might go, I haven't been very good with my workout, but let's have a look. First week of December, 4. My goal was 3 out of 5, 3 to 5 days, right? So that's a win. Okay, on the second week, 2. But guess what? I still worked out, even if it was only 2. Right, so make sure you are putting the positive reframing of your achievements. So 4 workouts last week. Okay, really, really important that you start to go and track it, because the tracking will help you see how far you've come along from when you first started, from the beginning of 2024. Okay, so really important. Oh, I like this one. Neha says, playing at least one board game with my nephew every day helps to boost up my mood with little giggles. Oh, that is wonderful. Yes, for us too, Neha. Like my husband and I, we like to play Scrabble. So it'll be like my husband's like, we ready to play Scrabble tonight after dinner? Yes, and I have on my, where are we? Today, I think I moved today, weekly. All right, in my today, right, time with Edward. So that's my husband, or watch TV with Edward too. So watch our favorite show together. I love that adding that connection, so that family connection, that joy, because hearing the little ones giggle and have fun bring a smile to our face. So really, really important. So make sure that you are adding in your planner. First of all, planning and embellishing your planner pages will help give you that moment of self-care, that moment of me time, and just slowing yourself down. Writing things down will help you see things a lot better. You get to see it from a bird's eye point of view. Make it colourful. Don't just, as much as I love my pens and everything, don't just use one colour. Have lots of colour. Or if you're a Neha, put watercolour. Enjoy some new arts and new techniques into your planning. Don't just make it the boring old calendar or diary. If that's you, fine. But if you're here with me, you must love colour as well, and you must love embellishing it. So really important. So if you, again, of course, did like this video and you've got some ideas on how you can plan for 2025, give it a like and a share. And it's really important that if you make sure you subscribe to my channel, because then you will get notified if you hit that bell or when I do upload. Because remember, one of my priorities for 2025 is to make sure my career, which is my content creation, I'm going to be showing up more, because I have planned different things. So as you saw, I did a blog last week. The link is in the description. I'm going to send out weekly newsletter to make sure, because YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, they don't show you everything that I share, because they want to run ads, right? I don't know about you, see more ads than I see my own friends' updates and notifications. So really, really important. So what is it? The questions of the day was, what priority are you going to put in place for yourself for 2020-25? Neha says, absolutely, I am a rainbow theme girl. I think for me, Neha, because it's so easy, the Roy G. Biv, one of the things that I want to be better at for 2025 when it comes to being more creative is use different color combos. So that's one of my goals, is to use other colors on the wheel to make sure that it is something that I further enhance my creativity for the new year. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If I don't see you live before Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, I wish you and your family and loved ones a wonderful holiday season. I truly appreciate your company. I truly appreciate all the love and support you have given me, all the fun comments and the DMs and the messages. And if you are not doing as well this time of the year, just know I'm here. You can always catch up with me on the comment section. You can message me, and just know that I want to also be able to support you in your journey of looking after yourself and making yourself a top priority, because life is a little bit difficult sometimes, but it's made a lot better when you have beautiful company that share the same joy, that share the same like-mindedness. So from my family to yours, I am wishing you a very, very wonderful holiday season and a very Merry Christmas indeed. Thank you. I love you. And I'll catch up with you in the comment section. Okay? Bye, everybody.